Hi, welcome to today's audio log. The time is 5:30 p.m. on the 11th of June 2024. Today's Tuesday, which for me means I have my D&D session in about 30 minutes. So I'm not going to take too long today doing this. But yeah. So it's been a good day for me. I haven't done a whole lot, but I have done a few. Uh, I don't know. I don't know how to put this. Well, I do know how to put this, but my brain just tried to say like four different things at the same time, and it just came out as nothing. What I was trying to say was I completed a few like responsibilities today, like a few important things. Um, One of those lesser things was just doing my laundry. I did my laundry today. But that's not very exciting. The other things I'm not going to bother talking about, but yeah, they're out the way now. So yeah, so it's been a good day, like I said. I'm looking forward to hanging out with some friends later on. Um, like I mentioned yesterday, it feels like it's been about a month since I last spoke to them, but it's only been a week. They're just that great, you know. They're just. I don't know if you've ever, like, if you have anyone in your life who you just enjoy being around them as much as possible. They never seem to wear on you in any way. They never seem to do anything wrong. I don't know if I'm you know looking through. I don't even know if this is like the right place to use this saying, but like looking through rose tinted glasses. Um, I guess that's kind of how I'm looking at this new friendship with these people. I mean, I haven't known them for very long, so obviously they haven't really had a chance to do anything wrong. But so far, I've just enjoyed every minute with them. They are they are really nice people, really nice. So yeah, looking forward to hanging out with them. Um, I mean, that's going to be the rest of my evening as well. So I don't have any other plans, um, and I've kind of already talked about everything today that's happened today. Um, you know what? I did watch a film today. I watched a film called Project Almanac, which came out in 2015, and it's like one of those found footage films where the perspective of the camera, well, the perspective that you see is that of like someone holding a camera, um, which adds it certainly adds to the film. I think if it was done in like the normal way, it wouldn't be as good. But yeah, I enjoy it. I think I've seen it before, maybe twice before. Um, I like it. It's a good film. It's a good film. So yeah, I just watched that this afternoon, and the rest of my day's been spent playing uh, a few hours of video games, and like I said, doing laundry and other important things. It's been a fairly nice day today. I didn't go out for a walk earlier with Luna. I considered it, but I didn't want to in the end. But it's been nice enough weather. I thought it was gonna be wet today, like raining, but I think it only rained for maybe 10, 15 minutes earlier. So Luna's pretty happy about that. She's been outside a lot today as well. Um, yeah, so everything is going well. I don't really have anything important to announce or say or anything like that. Just it's just one of those days where not much has happened, but it's been a good day regardless. And I suppose those are the kind of days that, well, yeah, those are the kind of days that I appreciate. I mean, I appreciate every day, I suppose, even the bad ones, but just those days where nothing really happens, like it just kind of gives you a moment to relax and, you know, just kind of rest. And that's pretty important, I'd say. Um, Nowadays, I mean, there's so much going on all the time. I suppose there always has been, but with with phones being as widely available as they are, and the internet being a thing, like all that kind of stuff, like there's just always something that you hear about. There's always something going on, and it can be exhausting sometimes. I mean, I'm not the type of person to keep up with a lot of that stuff. In fact, I tend to ignore most of um, the news and like just the current goings on around the world. I tend to ignore it because it is a lot. It's exhausting, and I can't keep up with it all. So I just ignore it and go about my day because I mean, what am I going to do about it anyway? You know. But yeah, it's been a nice day. I Because I've had so much free time today, I have been thinking about. Well, I enjoy listening to music. I listen to music most days, if not every day, in some form. And over the years, I've gone through different phases of like genres and artists and all that stuff. Even particular songs, like, um, for example, I think my most listened to song is probably "Let Her Go" by Passenger, which came out a long time ago now. I think 2012, 13, something like that. And yeah, I've listened to that song so many times. I know all the lyrics off the top of my head. Like I could sing it. I won't, but I could. Um, and yeah, I don't know. It's a great song. I think the reason I like it so much and the reason I've listened to it so much is because it kind of has like sentimental value to it. Um, I when the song came out, it it came out shortly after I moved to where I am now. So yeah, it was around 2013. I was in middle school at the time, and I was in my final year of middle school, so that would have been year 8, I believe. Um, Wait, no, year 6. It would have been year 6. And I loved it at middle school. I really enjoyed it. I loved hanging out with my friends and all that. But there was this one girl who I kind of had a crush on. Her name was Rosie. Um, it's short for Rosanna, I believe. I'm not going to say her full name because that feels weird, but I do remember her full name. Her name was Rosie, and we sat next to each other in maths. She sat on my right, and we would help each other out in maths and stuff like that. And we weren't really like good friends, but because we sat next to each other almost every day, I think there was like we were like friendly acquaintances. Like we wouldn't hang out outside of that, but we definitely saw each other around and like anyway. So I had a minor crush on her, I suppose. And for me, leaving middle school when I had to move, it was really difficult. That was probably the most difficult time in my life, I would say. Just like that period of time where I had to leave my current school where I was comfortable with my friends. I had to leave, go to a new school. That was a terrifying prospect at that age. I was like 12, 13 years old. I had to move house, which, meant that I also had to move away from the other friends that I lived like on my neighborhood. Like I had to move away from them as well. And they weren't necessarily the same friends from school. So like two different groups of friends I had to move away from. That was difficult. And then shortly after we moved, my childhood, or one of my childhood pets, passed away. She had a stroke and we had to put her down, which was, again, another really difficult thing to go through as a child. And it was just a series of terrible events. Like, that wasn't, those three things, that's not everything that happened. When I moved to my new school, I was bullied. So it's just, honestly, it was just like that period of my life was awful. Really difficult. And I guess a part of leaving my friends behind was also leaving Rosie behind. So when this song came out, Let Her Go by Passenger, the lyrics really resonated with me, and I specifically thought about Rosie when I heard that song, and it kind of brought a sense of like it I suppose it eased me into my new surroundings, my new environment, but it also allowed me to remember her, and then in turn remember everyone else, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that song does have a little bit of sentimental value for me. I would say that feeling has kind of faded over the years. This was like 10 plus years ago, so I don't really feel the same way. I'm a completely different person now. I'm grown up and all that stuff, so it doesn't have the same effect, but I still I can fondly look back and think about all those things. And yeah, so I did not expect to bring that story out today, but you're welcome, I suppose. Yeah, I guess I'll call it here. That's kind of the end of the story. The point was that song means a lot to me. I enjoy listening to music. Actually, no, that wasn't the point. The point was, you know what? I'll leave that for another day. I'll leave it for another day. I've talked enough. I've got a story out there. It's fine. It's fine. I'll leave it. I'm gonna end it here, and I'll be back tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow I'll regale the other point that I was trying to make, if I even remember. I might not, but we'll see. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Good night.